Yeah, open. Big guess. This is this is the scribe, right? That's library. It's a PDF. Yeah. This one is.
You over there?
I'm just sitting here for now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I go in the 50.
Most people.
I was like.
But we are still.
Oh, man.
Let's see, talking with the
I can see that being. Yeah, exactly, especially with the colors.
So no, on Thursday. You weren't wrong.
I'll take that. No, I'll use it. Yeah.
All right.
Review of address. I guess those two pictures is this. I'm not.
What's up, pencils? What's up, pencils? What's up, pencils? Ah,
All right, let's work on your sales pitch here. All right,
pencils.
so now here, hold pencils in your hands like this. All right. And people are going to ask you now, how much are they? 10 cents, 3 per quarter.
10 cents, 3 for a quarter.
They're going to ask you, what color are they?
Hold on. Let me try louder. 10 cents, 3 for a quarter.
Excellent.
Okay.
And what color are they?
Yellow?
Excellent.
Ah.
You can tell them what color they are.
Okay.
Now, if people don't want to buy them, and some
Hey.
people want to.
Yellow.
There you go. Excellent. So some people don't want to buy them. You just need, please don't. Please just say.
Live.
I don't remember either.
If you don't, somebody else will.
If you don't, somebody else will.
All right.
I got practice. I didn't mean to throw the pencil at you. I threw another pencil. My pencils are coming out.
All right, let's practice this.
If you don't, someone else will.
All right, let's start from the top.
Okay.
What are you selling?
Pencil. Pencil.
How much are they?
10 cents. 2 for a quarter.
3 for a quarter.
3 for a quarter.
What color are they?
Yellow.
All right, I'm not interested in buying any.
If you don't, someone else will.
Excellent. All right. Good luck.
Pencils. 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 Pencil!
You know how much this suit cost?
10 cents, 3 for a quarter.
You know who I am.
Yellow.
I'm gonna punch you in the nose.
If you don't, someone else will.
Welcome to Roundtable. Let's start out by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Thank you, because I always forget.
That's because you wear that stupid hat.
Thank you. That way I get an excuse to take the hat off. All right. Salute.
Start this out.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good. Thank you.
All right, we like to open with a little bit of fun. Remember the motto is Kiss Myth? Anybody remember what it means? Keep it,
Simple,
make it,
fun.
you can have a little fun.
I had fun chasing them.
Yeah.
Yelling at them.
And running into me. No, every meeting can have some fun. It should have much more than the opening, but.
Our topic for this month is fundraising, and we have 2 guest speakers. Ty Cope is going to be talking about ideas of things you can do as fundraisers. And Nick Thornton came from the council. He is going to discuss the council's role in your fundraising and talk about the new fundraiser they're having this spring. Thank you, Guy and Nick.
Showed up.
Your presence is president. Yeah.
So first, big question, why do we fundraise? Make money, yeah. So
Have fun with money.
if you haven't noticed, the cost of down has gone up a little bit. I have too, it goes up every year for me. What do you do?
Yeah.
So on top of that though, when you look at the Scouts, it encourages their entrepreneurship, their charisma, their talking ability. Maybe they can sell a yellow pencil. How much is it?
10 cents, 2,
3.
3 for a quarter.
There you go.
Old dog do tricks, something, I don't know.
You know, fosters their confidence. Did you see how quickly he was able to get that answer? How much is it? He knows it. It also teaches, you know, basic accounting and money handling. You're teaching your kids how to make change, you know, this much for a quarter, this much for $1, this is a better deal, this is not. You know, it teaches them their money skills as well. And then finally, my whole thing is that demonstrate lessons on supply and demand. Oh no, we're out of cheddar popcorn. We need to get more. How do we get more? Supply and demand. If you don't know though, this little flyer I have for everyone, if you haven't grabbed it, feel free on your way out. I've also given it to Sean and Austin over here, so they can put it into the Dropbox so everyone can have a copy. So in general, what are the steps to good fundraising? Have a goal, whether it's a money goal or an activity goal. You know, tell them why you are doing your fundraising. My kids are always saying, you know, my youngest one, Logan, he was trying to convince people to buy a fallen hero wreath this year. And he told people, hey, yeah, my grandfather was a veteran. He passed away. We're going to go and lay a wreath on his grave. You know, we have pictures of the kids doing that. It's a great thing. Also, when my oldest one is saying, yeah, I want to go camping. I want to go Eagle Cave camping. That gave him a reason why he wanted to raise this money. They're not just putting it towards an unknown reason that, oh yeah, this kid's in this program and that's it. He has the goal for what he wants to do. Then once you figure out why you're doing it, decide on what you're going to sell. Think of your market. You know, I brought here some great examples. One of the things my pack has done is to try and sell first aid kits. We have a home kit and an auto kit. Gee, what's one of the basic skills in scouting? First aid. And I want to say a special thank you to Brenda. She's hooked us up with a lot of different ideas. So if you need extra ideas, that's a great lady to go to.
I'm always looking.
Another thing we've done, giving bean coffee. Who here does not need coffee in the world? Caffeine, something. They have coffee, they have tea, they have little biscuit snacks. It doesn't have to be just coffee. Actually, I'll pass this around. You guys go ahead and sell it and look at it. We gave them our logo, our pack logo, and they put it on each and every one of the bags that we sold. It had K-cups too. So this is a great thing to do. They do give back a lot of profit. Yeah.
Did you get the funds from outside your sale when I ordered tea from you for that from there? Okay, because I know we did, the pack had done it at one point in time, but I had ordered again from them
Okay.
when it was outside your, and it was able to link it to your packs.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is a great thing to take a look at. You can market it, you can send the link online. They're really awesome. Then fill out your forms. This guy's gonna get more into that stuff. But please fill out your forms. Let them know that this is a whole legit thing. We're not under the table. We got the paper trail. Yes, question?
So this form is for all fundraising, and where does it go?
Every fundraising except for,
Council approved fundraisers, which are the product, any of the product sales that run through the council, wreaths, popcorn, and then our new one that we're rolling out with Dover Flag this spring.
So where does that form go?
So this comes to the office, it gets approved by me. And then it goes into your unit file. So it basically, I send a copy back after it's submitted, so that way you have one for your record, we have one for the council records as well. So if anyone called that there was someone selling this in the name of scouting out, in, Burlington, I can be able to verify that that was a scouting approved thing if there was questions about it. Or we'll get into some of the dumps if someone's doing a dump, like, selling beer or things like that in uniform, which has been known to happen. So just like that.
Is this something new? Because I remember long ago they had like trip forms, this, and then
I think that one says issue date 2014, so no, it's not.
2023 revision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
What, 30 years?
yeah, so it's in one form or another, which is okay. So that's one of the reasons we're talking about it, because we have not been getting a lot of them through the council. So it's just so we kind of can figure out.
So if I find something I want to sell, I can turn that in that form and then the kids can sell it in uniform.
Correct.
Jake, we can't get that.
but not here.
Not
In certain locations, obviously, where it's dangerous. So.
but yeah, fill out your forms, get them to council, make sure they get approved, make copies. Then after,
I hate that. So like we did a spaghetti dinner, I know some churches will sell wine and beer, not hard liquor at the spaghetti dinner, but so it's scouting. Can they be, I just want to know so that no wine items. or
Yeah,
Wine.
technically, that would be a no. Technically, that's a no.
Oh,
So by the bylaws, but if the church is doing that on their own and providing it, that may be a little bit of a different area, but that's not something that we could sell as part of the package.
All right, one last, because this always gets blurred on the line. So what if the charter organization does a fundraiser and then they donate part of that fundraiser to the unit? But at that fundraiser, they're selling beer, liquor, wine, gun, poke, like an outdoor.
That's fine, as long as they're not using the scouting brand or logo, that is okay.
But scouts can help at that event as long as it's not in the area
No,
of.
non-uniform scouting stuff.
Not uniform.
Yeah, so it would not be a unit approved fundraiser, so they would have to do that as an individual, not as a scout.
The charter organization should ask them to, because they're
Yeah.
supposed to provide an environment that's conducive to scout.
Correct. So I know people do this. It's like people who decide to go do paintball with their troops and things like that, that aren't technically scouting approved events, but hey, we're gonna go there not as scouts, just as friends and families, and do this activity. They're not covered by the insurance. They're not covered by the liability. So we ask you not to do that. So, beer and alcohol, things like that, we steer clear of.
Years ago, the PAC used to have bingo. The school had school, church, whatever, had bingo. And the adults from the PAC volunteered into that event. It's not an official PAC thing, but we had adults volunteering. So we got a cut that went to the PAC.
Yeah.
The bingo. So it wasn't a direct situation that came to scouts in any form. So, there's a way to.
Yeah. Really no youth around.
No youth around. It's all adults, volunteers, no uniform, nothing like that. But you are participating and helping out your church bingo. And also they're so kind to write a check, for $200 or whatever, to help out their pet.
I just want to make sure, because like, if the scouts or Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Scouts BSA, it's helping out with the serving of the spaghetti, the cleaning up the plates, the bringing them out, but that's something separate, like a wine area. But the scouts aren't involved in the sales of the wine or beer, because we have a lot of church functions that we're asked to help out with. And I made it very clear, okay, we can help with garbage pickup, but I can't have any scouts in the beer tent.
Yeah, well, if it's a designated area, that's, yeah, I think that's fine.
I guess I wanna, last thing we need is
Yes,
for our, is to run into conflict on.
So when would the best time to submit the form to you to see if an event would be approved for fundraising?
30 days prior, at least, please. So it says no less than 14. But if you're gonna, if you want, if there's any questions or anything like that, where I need to call National and get any follow-up, it's gonna take me some time. So I asked, especially if there's gray areas, that way I can call down there and make sure I'm reaching out to the right people and getting the exact answer that I am providing you with the most accurate information, which I've had to do in the past.
So now that you filled out the right forms, you got all your ducks in a row with that, now you pros. Facebook, social media, Instagram. Talk to Austin or Lori or Nick over here, they can put it on the website. You know, we want this to reach as many people as we can. Tell your friends and family. There's an online link. Send that out like crazy. Spam it out as much as you can. Not enough that people ignore it, obviously. But no, anything is good to just to get the word out. But maybe they remembered it from 3 weeks back and they're looking for it again. Send it out again. Right? Promote, promote, promote. Then sell. Do your event. Do your activity. Your fundraising, whatever it is, you know, now that you got the word of mouth out, now they got the social, everyone's going to come flooding in. You got to be able to do it. So sell. Then make sure you record your numbers, report it, right? Somehow you got to make sure you report it on the books so people know, right? We took in this much money from it. It's going to these scouts, it's going to this distribution of the PAC fund, scholarship, whatever it is. Make sure you have it written down because if someone comes looking for it, you got to be able to show it. And then finally, reward your scouts for doing it, right? Whether it's a prize, whether it's, you know, a pizza party, whether it shows up in their funds, whatever it is. Make sure that they know that their hard work was worth it. You know, it was a fun event. You didn't just sit there and do nothing and go, pepperoni, jerky, spices. No, make sure that to show that, yeah, they did that, but you get something out of it. Then my last part of my flyer here is all sorts of fundraising project ideas, and there's a million more out there. But I started to run out of room, guys. It wasn't going to be much. I won't go over all of them, but some of the big ones my personal PAC has done. First aid kits, ONH Danishes from the bakery. We did ONH Pringle Danishes specifically. Culver's Cares Night, we do that a couple times. My PAC has done the Giving Bean Coffee. I know we were talking about World's Finest Chocolate, the little chocolate bars. We've done flower sales. We teamed up actually with the local greenhouse here, Anton Greenhouse. I know they're gonna shut down pretty soon. We may not be able to do it next year, but the years past, we always teamed up with them and did a sale. Take a look at what you're selling though. Some of them are hands-on, some of them are hands-off. You know, the fundraisers with first aid, Giving Bean Coffee, even the ONH Danish bakery stuff, that was hands-on. You know, we get the product, we distribute product. The Anton flower sales were nice, the Culver's Carrots nice were nice, that's hands-off. We take in the sales, we report, we send our stuff, our numbers and orders. People have to go to get. They go and retrieve the flowers that they want to pick out, that they order. They go to Culver's, they pick out their food. Now, that stuff is really nice, then you don't have to worry about handling product. Just worry about recording your numbers. But yeah, record. I can't say that enough.
All right, so this is the elusive unit money earning application form. We have this in the back over here. We also have it online under resources. What you're gonna do is fill it out as with the treasurer or with your committee. Talk about what your unit is, what organization is doing, what your goal is, what your plan is for the year. Be like, we're gonna do this for X adventure. We're gonna do this for camp funds. How much do you expect to earn? You might not have all this. You can just kind of ballpark it. Best guess. I'm never denied one because they didn't. They made too much or too little money on it. It's not really my purview. It's really what they want to do with their time. The charter organization give approval of this. Is this something that your charter organization is also behind and will support? What are the dates? Are tickets or products to be sold specified? If it's entrance for a plate of spaghetti and they get a ticket and you're handing out tickets, fine. That's really good. But also if like you're selling like lawn maintenance or something like that with your older scouts and service, you can actually do that. You can sell like yard charge cleanup stuff and do service projects like that. So it's just kind of different programs and products, just projects you can do on here. Will your members be in uniform while carrying out this project? This is another big one. Because it's about the image of scouting. We talked about this. A lot of times when we're out there selling popcorn and we're in storefronts, we're in our uniforms and we're highly recognized, right? So this is why we fill out this form to make sure we are following the approved guidelines for projects, because it's not just us here. It's Scouting America. It's all of us. And so whatever bad things happen in California, Alaska, Hawaii, far away is wherever. We're all tied to the same brand. So we want to make sure we're putting the best image out there. And are there contracts to be signed? So this is another one. And if so, by whom? So who's taking ownership of this sale if you're doing it? If you go into ONH, I don't know if they make you do that, if there's like a commitment form, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it says someone at council needs to sign this, well, we already do 2 or 3 different approved fundraisers. And if the money's going to go to your charter organization rep, it needs to really be someone from your unit working with the charter organization. Does your unit have a budget plan? And then basically, does your unit participate in the product sales and or friend of scouting? That's just, again, I don't really ding anyone on that. I would love for 100% of our units to do friend of scouting presentations. It would be fantastic. But realistically, I know that's not going to happen, and I don't want to let kids not fund their adventure. And that's what this is all about. So that's why we fill out this form. Then you make a copy, you send it to me, make a copy after I approve it. I don't think I've declined one in the 3 years that I've been here. I haven't got a lot, but really the big thing is alcohol, games of chance, things that are risk. Games of chance is now going to be changing a little bit. So for national raffles and things like that, and bingo may be allowed in the near future. We're waiting on different guidance. Yes, I know it's a shock. They just rolled this out in November, the first time I heard of it. But until then, basically you're paying for direct goods, like the value that they pay you for the $15 or $20 for the first aid kit, they're getting something of that value. It's not a game of chance. They're not getting a ticket for a chance to win so-and-so. They're not getting a bingo card where they may or may not win. They have to be getting something of value or something of service of that value. So those are the real things that I look at when I look at the unit money earning application. Does it check those boxes? Is there a plan? Is it safe? And is it going to represent scouting in the best?
One last question on this seat. Say, report the numbers.
Yeah.
Is that, report the numbers within the troop, or does the council need to have their?
We don't need to know that. We don't need to know that. That's at the unit level. We basically, the only thing we need to know is what you're, we're asking you to kind of ballpark what you think you're going to raise from this. If you say we're going to raise $1 million, we're be like, what are you selling? Beachfront property? Sure, like great, but people do things a little differently, and I just want to make sure that we're following the guidelines, that we're being safe, that we're being good stewards of the brand. We've been around for 115, coming up on 116 years. I'd like to see us around way longer, and we can't have any legal issues that are going to come up, and so the best way to avoid any of those kind of negative impacts and things to our image is to follow the standards that are out there. And those standards for fundraising can be found on the money earning application. And if you have questions while you're filling it out, call me. Yeah, I think most of you know my business have met me or have my business card or know where to find my contact information. I will leave a few business cards at the back of the room. You can please grab that. Just call me. It's simple. It's a conversation. And if I don't have the answers, what I can do is I can call someone at National to make sure I get you the correct information.
We download the form, print it out, and then fill it out, scan it, send it back, email it back to you.
Yep, that's all you have to do.
Form is available online.
Correct. Yeah, it's under the council resources page. You have it there. You can also just type in unit money earning application. It's the only thing that pops up when you search it on Google.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to find. And I keep them in a binder for the year, and then I store those, and those will be passed on generationally, indefinitely for the end of time until there is no longer a scouting professional who cares to save binders of unit money earning applications. So I appreciate everything that you're doing, and remember, it's about funding the adventure. It's about making sure that everyone has an opportunity to join Scouts, regardless of their economic circumstances. And everyone should be putting a little bit of skin in the game, because when something's free, it doesn't have value, right? So that's one thing that I remember, and I learned this a long time ago in Cleveland. One year I tried to do Scout Reach programs, and we said, hey, we're going to cover the whole membership. Well, we did that, and kids didn't show up to the meetings because there was no perceived value. The year that we charged them $12, we had 100% participation because the parents are like, well, we paid for this now, you're going. So remember, it's about making sure these opportunities are available for everybody. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, yes, please stay up.
No.
Okay, thank you so much for coming and joining us, and for Kai for taking some extra time to look to do this for us. We have a thank you certificate.
Oh, thank you.
For each of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I will do that. I'll plug that in a little bit more. I am working with Danny Oakes over at Dover Flag, taking over the inception of selling American flags before Memorial Day. And so we are going to be getting a list and a catalog and pricing. We're going to do most of it online. And that way units can order that, but we will be able to also have some live samples and demonstrations. They are all 100% made in America, and they are very quality products. So ranging from little stick flags for parades all the way to the big garrison flags that are, 30 feet by 15 feet. So whatever people are interested in, we're going to have a flag for all occasions. But we know out there is an organization that takes retired flags and see them in disrepair on a regular basis. You know, we'd like to see people replace them and give them the opportunity to do that and support scouting at the same time. So be looking for that in the very near future. I actually got the catalog from Danny a while ago. I just need to dig through it and figure out what all the products we're going to sell. So once I get that, the price points will be set, and then we'll be able to distribute that to the units.
So just to clarify, that's a council level?
That is council level fundraising for the spring. So we used to do different things throughout the year, different product sales and camp cards and things like that have run their cycles, and sometimes they go. This was something that Mary Capitan had was working with Danny on through their communications, and I think it's a great idea, and so we're gonna push this forward, and you know we're gonna test it out, and hopefully it works. But I think it's gonna be a great opportunity to on America's 250th birthday to get out there and sell some American flag and support scouting.
And because the council event, because it's a council sponsor, you don't need the money earning app. Very, very nice.
Something that ties into that they do in my hometown, the scouts will put out and take down American flags in front of your house. You pay like an annual subscription, and for all the flag holidays, they'll put one of those little stakes in the ground, put a flag in it for the holiday, and then they'll come pick it up. So it might tie nicely into if your unit wanted to buy, a supply of those and do that as a fundraiser.
Yep. And one of the things we talked about is the little stick flags where people are walking in the parades and the kids hand them out and things like that. They come in packs of 30, I think. So lots of different things we can do with this, but we just want everyone to be successful in our endeavors and get the best use of their time while they're raising the funds they need.
Are these flags retirable? In other words, the proper burning of those?
Yes, they are not.
So
They're not
Synthetic.
Yeah, they're not synthetic. That's what I was looking for.
not, or
Yeah. So talking to Danny, these are, and I'll look through the catalog, but they are all 100% retirable, or at least it was be selling. Okay. All right.
And last thing, you said that these skills are going to be potentially all online.
So we're talking about doing them online, right through Oaks. But I think we're probably going to get a small stock that we'll be able to distribute for kind of like show and tell. So you can actually highlight what the products actually look like with the quality. So I'm still fleshing that part out, but I think it's a lot easier, some of the times to just have them come straight from Oaks. All right.
I know that some packs like ours, so we have back website and things, we have links to certain spaces and sales and things like that. So if there's a link that can be put on there that directs folks to say, go here, purchase flag, and then use our code in order to assign a sale.
213 or whatever it is.
Sure.
And that's how we're looking at setting it up.
Okay.
Good question. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you folks haven't heard from me for a couple of months, so today is the day. We're gonna talk about a hot topic. Just take one and pass them back. We're gonna talk about Be a Scout. Covered that a couple of months ago. And we're gonna cover just a little bit more here. Does everybody remember what Be a Scout was? Long ago. So if you've got a family that's out there, whether they're new to the area or whether they're living here, now they got a kid that's scouting age, they could go on the Be a Scout website, beascout.org, and plug in their zip code, and the number of units in the area pops up. Okay, so they can see which units they are. They can click on those units. They can get some information about those units. Hopefully, yours are updated. Your unit is updated. You've got to go on there from time to time. If you change meeting nights, change meeting locations, those all have to be updated. But the families can go online. They now even have Scouty, who is an AI helper that can help people navigate the website. So the parents are looking for a unit, they can click on the unit, see what the meeting nights are and where they meet. So it could be your unit or somebody else's. It gives them the opportunity, maybe to a night of the week that works for them. Okay, so again, it's important that you update your BS Scout. You go through myscouting.org to update that, or my.scouting now, to update that. But keep it updated. The other important thing is to make sure contact information is correct, especially in packs. Because, the pack turnover, after a few years, you turn over. Make sure you have a contact person listed there that's still in the pack with a valid email address. Okay, so that the families can ask questions. So, and you folks know, you text, if you got kids like mine, you text them, and then one day goes by, 2 days goes by, and you never hear from them, and it's horrible. The only time they call you is if they want money or something. They want something. Well, the important thing with these families too is that if they ask a question of your unit, if they click on an email, send a question to your unit, make sure you get somebody to get back to them as soon as you can. Even though got your message, something like got your message, I'll email you later, or maybe I'll call you later, or whatever it might be, just so that they know somebody's responding. It's very nice because we all want instant gratification nowadays, especially the younger folks. You want to hear back right away. You want to make you want them to know that you're interested in having their scout join your unit. So try to get that within 24 hours if you can, because every year thousands of these inquiries go unanswered through BS Scout nationwide. Okay, so now depending on your settings, the families can also put in an application. They can fill in an application right online on the bscout.org website. So depending on your settings, what you put through my.scouting, you can either automatically accept the application, or you can accept the app, or you can set it to that somebody in your unit has to accept the application. Okay, either way, you can set that up. So if they're going to pay online, if they're going to fill in the application and pay online, they want to hear back fast, so they know that you're interested. Okay, so just be aware of that. Remember, the chartered.org rep still has to approve all adult applications, which can be done online also, but only after they've completed safeguarding youth training. Okay, so that hasn't changed at all, other than you can do that online. So make sure that your BS Scout pin is updated and turned on. Otherwise, somebody looks, they don't see your unit because it's not there. Okay, and again, if you've changed meeting locations, meeting nights, meeting times, make sure that's all updated. Have a designated person to follow up on all those leads. So it doesn't have to be the Cub Master or Scout Master or unit or committee chair or whatever. It could be an assistant of somebody or just a parent that's willing to help. We like to get our parents to help. All you need to do is just one small task. This is all you need to do. Just answer these, and it's something that the parents could do. Everybody's got busy lives, but if you can assign that out to somebody, that's great. Make sure that the email is active, so if they do get the lead, they can respond right away. And then you want to make notes in the invitation manager in my.scouting when you respond to the lead, or when your representative responds to the lead, because the members of the Key 3, your unit commissioner, and the scout exec all can see the contacts you've made. Okay, so if you make a contact, they log it in there, they know it, then nobody's asking, well, did you call this person or not? You don't have to worry about that. So make sure that you get the contact as soon as possible. And then if the scout joins your unit or they're not interested, they go to a different unit, then make sure you can close or move that lead out of the invitation manager in my.scouting. So if they're in your unit, close it out, you're done. That way everybody can see it's closed. We don't have to worry. Well, did we ever contact person or have your Key 3? Did you ever contact that family or not? So also, when the Key 3 of the unit should get an email anytime someone fills out an application. So if you got your emails correct in your BS Scout, the Key 3 will get the email as well as the person you designate that's going to be your contact person. So, and then again, follow up with those people as quickly as you can. On the back of this thing, there's some QR codes for updating and stuff. So I guess the takeaway from this is it's a lot easier to do now than it used to be years ago, because we've got the Scouty, which is the AI guide, helps the people through the application. You want to make sure all your information is up to date, so you can go in there and maybe assign somebody in your unit to check it out, make sure that stuff is okay. And then make sure all that contact information is correct, and get somebody assigned to respond to your leads and try to get them within 24 hours. That shows the prospective candidates, prospective parents that we're serious about it, and we want to get them and their kids involved. We want to get their kids involved first, and then we get them involved. Okay, that one little task. So any questions about the Be a Scout? We talked about it a couple of months ago, kind of glossed over it, but it's still out there and still available, you know, to help us. And if you can get a scout through this way, why not? It's better than having somebody out there not joining scouting. So any thoughts, questions?
Something, that's all, part of Prevention Week. Our charter organization had it, put a table up there, and I was getting hits like crazy on
Great.
the scout thing. But the parents were all after me like, why is there not a QR code on your stuff? You know, so the more things you can provide us with the QR code, the more helpful that will be.
Yeah.
If they're all walking on the smartphone, they were typing out their name.
Yeah, and I have to be honest with you, I'm not that computer savvy, but folks I know from our church, it's pretty simple to make a QR code apparently, to link it up to your troops or your unit's website, or like in this case, Be a Scout, you can just Google that and it comes up. And then as soon as they're clicking on applications and things, it goes right to your unit.
I know there's a Be a Scout, yard signs and stuff like that. You just get QR codes.
Yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, anytime there's an event from a church or fire or any community event, if you've got a table set up with a flyer and some contact information, the QR code is nice, but even an email address or a website is pretty good too. It's not quite as easy as a QR code. But yeah, it's a great idea. So any other thoughts about Be a Scout? Has anybody looked at their unit's webs or Be a Scout listing recently? Good. Good, I remember, because when we started it many years ago, I had done it for years, had to go in and update it, you know. But it is an important thing. All right, one other thing I have for you is was cleaning out my scout stuff. I've got a bunch of these appreciation award certificates, all different colors. They all say the same thing. But if anybody wants to come up and get them, you find somebody that has really nice penmanship, you know, calligraphy that they can fill out, and you put it in an 8x10 frame, and they're really nice. You know, I write like a doctor, so this is not for me. But anyway, and then I also have a couple of patrol leader and senior patrol leader certificates too. I only have a few left here. I don't know if they still give those out or if they still sell these at the council office, but you know, come on up and grab them if you're interested. I'll just leave them on the table up here. Okay, I talked too fast. Sorry.
That's fine.
All right. Couple cookies here. One, the grand answer, it's up on that little board over there on this quiz. Two, in April, the Midwest Trade Fest in Janesville. It's a tradery or a swap meet, whatever you want to call it. A lot of fun. If you were looking for something old, something new, green and blue, you might find it here. The game of the month, one-handed knot tying. So look at the little thing over there, the little thingies right here, one-handed knot tying. And just tell the kids that can't do the hangman stick. Okay.
Yeah, that was one hand.
Okay, I thought of something about the fundraising. When we ran the Council Pinewood Derby last year, the unit that was doing the concessions did not sell nearly as much as they wanted because they had no way of taking a check on the phone. They wanted cash only, and they lost out a lot of customers. So especially if you set up stands in front of stores and stuff, make sure you have one of those apps on your phone so you can take checks. Because otherwise, you're gonna lose a lot of sales.
You mean credit card?
Credit cards.
Credit cards, whatever, I don't know.
Credit,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Cash apps.
Yeah, any kind of those cash apps.
Square requires you to have an account and then charge for it. So if you don't do Square, you could do Venmo or Zelle. you can link your, because we've used our QR codes for our Venmo.
Yeah, I just found a new one called PayPal POS.
Oh, okay.
My son works for the Kenosha History Center, and they use Square,
Yeah,
whatever, but they don't have a charge.
you have to
They
have,
get it for,
because our charters don't want to share their
okay,
nonprofit
they're
number.
nonprofit.
That's where you run into the problem.
Yeah,
Your charter
and they're a
organization-
nonprofit.
Yeah, so your charter organization doesn't want to share that number, so you're gonna have to pay for your Square. You could do a
Okay.
7-day trial or a 14-day trial, you can. Or if you have somebody willing to pay for it in your unit instead of your unit, but the easiest thing is if you can't, you just turn around and use your
Yeah.
Venmo or a cash.
But that's one thing that they found out
Yes.
right away was they lost a lot of sales because no one carries cash in.
You can also ask, the fees are either 2.49 plus 30 cents or something like that. So you figure about 3% of the sale, and then you can ask for that amount on top if they use a credit card. A lot of people will say, sure, it's a fundraiser.
There you go. Okay, coming up in April, we finally have the date for the Tri-District Pinewood Derby for the Cub Scouts. It will be Saturday, April 11th. Racing starts at 9:30, I believe check-in starts at 8:30 at the State Fair Park in West Dallas. This year, it's being hosted by Aurora District. They asked if we could take turns holding it at the 3 different districts, so we're going to try that. I'll be getting more details on Saturday, but we're looking at you allowing your top 5 races. We've been doing 3, the top 5 racers. And as soon as I get the rest of the details, I'll be sending them out. Anyone else has announcements? Rhett, you do.
I have a couple. I'm wearing a couple of hats tonight, but this is my fun hat. So everybody know it's this Saturday? Klondike Derby. We have over 200 people registered. So it's going to be a nice event. We do still need help with some of the stations. The more stations we have, the more smoothly it'll run. I think we have like 8 stations now, and you do the math, we're going to be backing up. So if you're available, the committee put together a fabulous list of different events that kind of outline what you need to do. So if you have your own, great. If not, the spreadsheet will allow you to pick an event. We're doing the iceberg crossing. So we're crossing icebergs from one side of the open water to the other. There will be penguins present, and there's actually a killer whale that will be interfering with the event periodically. So make sure that you do that. Ask to communicate, everybody should dress appropriately. Right now, it's going to be right around freezing, and they're saying snow, which is cool. But we are having rain before then, and there may be mud. So make sure that everybody dresses appropriately, maybe brings a backup pair of gloves or something like that, because they may get wet. The other announcement, the district dinner is May 6th. Okay, it's the same night that we meet as Roundtable, so everybody should already have it blocked off. So no excuses. We're going to do it at Old Dakota in the dining hall. And Jeremy Lafine has again agreed to cook. And if you've ever been to a dinner where Jeremy has cooked, it's excellent food. So come out. We'll have some recognition. There are forms over there to nominate award winners, including the District Award of Merit, and it outlines some of the award guidelines. So that information's on the table. We'll celebrate some things, and we're talking about maybe having some Eagle Scouts there to highlight some of their projects so that everybody can see different projects that have been successful. And I'll be working with Laura to kind of identify some that we think are pretty good. Any questions?
Do I know the MC?
Huh? I don't know.
MC?
I don't know yet. So
I'm willing.
May 6th. May 6th, it's a Wednesday.
I've already blocked off that.
It's a Wednesday night.
If you need an MC.
We may have to ban dad jokes if we. So, but thanks to Rick and others that put together a great program. We want to make sure we keep this going. Kind of
got delayed a little bit, but we think that the May timeframe will work out really well for awards and stuff too. Thank you. Bring your penguins.
Thank you, Red.
Next month's roundtable, we're going to be talking about long-term camp for Scout BSA. And we're also going to hit upon some maybe less expensive alternatives to Philmont or the Summit. Because those trips are really expensive and there's cheaper alternatives. So we're going to be talking about camping next month. We're also going to have the council's going to be here to talk about the renovations of Camp Odakoda. So they're going to be doing that first and then we'll go into our presentation. So anyone that's on your camping committees, have them come. Spread it to the packs too. Let people know that we're doing camping. The following month, March, we're doing adult recognition. So come and learn how you can recognize all of your adult leaders. Because what leader doesn't like to get something, you know? My basement wall is filled with homemade thank yous, not certificates, homemade thank yous. So those are in a file cabinet.
Don't underestimate.
Yeah, don't underestimate just a little simple thank you. So we'll see you in February. Yes, Lloyd.
Yeah, I just want to know, and this is personal. Troop 1865 is doing lasagna dinner for two. So it is a lasagna dinner in a big roll pan. It will be more than two easily. We have sausage and cheese, as well as veggie option, and we also have gluten-free. It's $40 dinner and includes lasagna, bread, brownies, and salad.
And beer.
Yeah. The point is, though, it's $40. That is a fundraiser that we actually do as a troop. It's one of the easiest fundraisers that's done over because it's all done online. Everything that we do is done, we just have a QR code. We've got it. So you go to 1865 there. We have a Square site. Everything we buy all in bulk. I mean, right now Ryan is buying book pans and all sorts of stuff from the dollar store, you name it. But we take care of all of it in house. We cook it with DFW on Friday night. On Saturday, we have it all lined up. We know exactly who is coming to purchase it. Right, looking at DFW.
You don't deliver them, huh?
We do not. We have an option here to purchase a dinner.
Oh.
So if you know a veteran that would like to have a dinner, we will work on that part. But you can go online and purchase the dinner for a veteran. Don't know a veteran, but want to still
You can also donate it, and my husband and I will eat it because we're both veterans. Okay.
But yeah, if you want, go ahead and go on our site and you can find it. And if going forward, anybody is doing any fundraising, please let us know. This is your opportunity to talk about it, as well as I mentioned, we're getting it on the website. Michelle will say, well, they need something. So if you have an event that's coming up that you're doing, please let us know.
Yeah,
Do that. I haven't seen it a lot, but let's.
send us flyers, send us whatever. We'll put it up in the cloud too. So,
Yep, get it on Facebook, get it out.
yes.
So one of the things that we've done for fundraising, just to throw out there, we've done the script. It's, you get like, it's like a gift card type thing. So, I buy gas cards. Everyone uses gas. And you can do a lot of them are refillable. So you get the card one time. Maybe I'm gonna rebuild my basement. So I get a Home Depot card and I get 10% back for buying stuff to supply, maybe redo my basement. So all that money can go back, be refunded to the unit or sent back to the unit to be put on to say they're scouting. So script might be an option. It does, you don't have to really sell anything per se, but you can use it being within your family, even to get those cards. Then you get money.
Raise Right is another one of those gift cards.
Yeah,
I pay for my son's hockey with it.
And I think script may have changed their name, but it's,
I buy gas cards for every vehicle, every paycheck, I refill them, and I'm buying gas anyway. So
Okay, yes,
When you have these opportunities to help out like with the, adult ice fishing thing, you can let us know about that earlier. I can try to bring that up at the OA meeting. By the time I found out about the need for it this time, we already passed our meeting in December. And our next meeting is tomorrow night. It's giving them 2 days notice.
yeah.
So I'd like to get these guys out, helping out with these things. But on a short notice, not gonna happen. So they're not, their agenda, it doesn't have anything on it. Most meetings have 6 months. So if you guys could give me the opportunities to get them out to help, I mean, you know, doing this.
Did I see?
So,
Yeah.
I guess, tag on to that, the fundraiser, so, Troop 328 is gonna have an annual pancake breakfast at Salem, Salem Grade School,
When?
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, from 7 to 1, February. It's a big one for us. We've been doing that for 35 years.
If you have a flyer,
Yep.
email it to me,
I'll send it over.
or to Sean, either one of us.
In fact, I have a unit application.
The unit money right now.
Yeah.
Where is he?
You already took it off.
Yeah,
All right. Oh,
get a
I got
couple
it, I
of
got
kids
Yeah.
in the back. Get a couple of kids.
Yeah, he's got some little ones.
Yeah, so I did bring it, so, and that's a month, almost to the day.
Okay.
Perfect.
Renewal.
That's
I know it's not only Red Arrow District, but Aurora and Southern Shores, and units that haven't started, the renewal process yet for the units. There is no grace period this year, so end of January, units not renewed will be dropped. Won't be able to participate in any scouting events after that. So get, your unit, renewed on time. And
Yep, thank you. Yeah, I agree. I'll stress that. Yeah. Thanks, Tim.
Okay, anything else for the good of the cause? We'll see you next month.
Move to adjourn.
Uh-oh.
We have an order.
You went, come on, you got to be faster.
One last one is, regard to Scout religious symbols. Okay, our strategy is putting the Catholic Scouts. This is the last 12 religious symbols.
Speak up, like,
Okay, go up here.
Ignis can't hear you.
Okay, every year in March, the Catholic Archdiocese of Milwaukee puts on a religious emblem, a scouting religious emblem, Pope Pius XII religious emblem. And way that emblem is set up, normally the scouts would work on this thing for about 3 or 4 months. It's compressed down to 1 weekend. It's a really intense weekend. I know because I'm the retreat director that runs the program. And I'll send you a copy of the flyer out to you so we can post it up on the council site, but it's also on the Milwaukee Archdiocese. Which has this site under Pope Pius XII religious emblem retreat. So if you have any questions on that, you can contact me, Bill Producky, at 262-210-6171, or look on the Archdiocese site. I'm on the flyer on that.
When is it?
It is going to be the weekend of March 13th, 14th. The retreat center called Troy's Pond Retreat Center, which is in Random Lake. We have people coming up from Illinois, from northern, well, upper Peninsula, Michigan. Brought a lot of people from the Green Bay Diocese as well. And again, it's available right now. It's $130 for the entire weekend. There's some certain prerequisites we have scouts come with. They need to have these things prepared before they arrive. And then the program, series of counselors that come through each and every different aspects of this, and ends with Mass and the boards of review. They lead with the emblem. But what distinguishes this from any other program is scouts earn the emblem, and then the registrations are taken care of to their archdiocese. So, there's no follow-up paperwork.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best programs in the state for any Catholic scout going through the religious program, truly.
Any questions, you're welcome to contact me, or you can find me anywhere, talk to us, and he'll We'll get the back to paper. And, you know, it's up on the Milwaukee Arts System website. We'll get it up on the council site.
Yep. Perfect. Thanks, Bill.
Anybody else?
Thank you for being with us this month, and we'll see you next month, and drive safe and have a good scouting.
Keep it simple, make it fun, move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to our presenters, Kai and Nick. Thanks for all attending. Thanks online, Brett. Appreciate you. And this will be posted on the YouTube sometime this month.